Microsoft Teams, whatever that could be. And that's going to let you know that somebody's at your booth to talk to you. So please don't misunderstand, and this is why we had to have 2 links. Let me throw that in there, right? This booth link needs to be open from Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock until Friday, Friday afternoon when our service centers are done. This link can be live for you that entire time. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't be working on something over here, or you can't be watching TV or whatever you're doing, but then you'll get a notification when somebody's there at your booth, and you could either choose to talk to them, do a video chat with them, or you could message them and say, sorry, I can't talk right now. Can you come back later? What have you. But that booth link is separate from the face-to-face link. And understand the face-to-face link can be the exact same thing. It could be another link, but it needs to be separate, because if you use the same one, then if you're doing a face-to-face meeting, you basically shut your booth down, because you won't be able to have multiple people coming in. You can always invite people to join you in that chat. When you go into a chat, again, depending upon the format that you're using, you can send that chat to other people within your team. So you can have 2 or 3 people in 2 or 3 locations join in the same chat, as well as the member can do the same thing. A member might have people in, 2 different people that they want in the meeting, and they can forward that chat as well. And so you can have 2 or 3 different members and 2 or 3 different of your team members in the same booth meeting if you wanted to. But please understand, when we set up the one-on-one meetings for Thursday, it was designed to split that day, kind of half of the meetings for Federated, half the meetings for Pronto, sprinkle in some meetings for some headquarters people and what have you. And so we are, we tried very, very hard to split those up, but don't feel like just because you've got 4 meetings or 2 meetings or whatever on a face-to-face that you're not going to have any other action. The booth show is designed to be the great majority of the interaction. This is we have, and I don't know the exact number as of this morning, but yesterday we had 895 people registered to attend this meeting. Okay, we have over 300 service centers. We have 300 or 400 members. A virtual platform like this, one of the interesting things about it is it gives us an opportunity for a whole lot of people to attend a meeting that have never been able to attend before. You typically come to a group meeting and you've got the owner, the principal of the WD, maybe you've got his sales manager, general manager, whatever. But now, in some cases, you may have teams of 20 or 30 people from a distributor, with salespeople coming and warehouse managers coming and all kinds of different things. So this is certainly giving us an opportunity for a much wider audience than what we've had before. So, that's kind of the process there. I do want to say, so I believe Carrie sent out an email this morning about the one-on-one meetings. So I'm going to stop this share for just a second and jump back over to another screen just one more time. I told you guys this wasn't designed to be a professional presentation. Those are next week. But so, so here's the lobby of the lounge. So one-on-one meetings are right here. Those one-on-one meetings are really, that's where our member will access your link, right? So they'll go here, they'll click the 10:30 time slot, and that'll give them a link, whether it, again, depending upon the platform you're using, Zoom, Teams, I think some of you might be using Skype, I don't know, pretty much anything, and that'll connect them directly to you using the link that you've provided. You got an email today with your schedule. We had a lot of people asking for meetings and we didn't have time slots. What we've told all of them is just go by the booth and meet with the vendors. So I think you're going to get a lot of booth traffic. The other thing I would mention to you is if you have not yet provided your one-on-one link to Carrie, you must do so today. And I believe that deadline was noon. Okay, so we really need those because we have to hard code all of this stuff into the system. The story that I've been telling a lot of people is a good old regular face-to-face meeting, right? I'm sitting over here working on my PowerPoint presentation 10 minutes before I walk up on screen to start talking to you guys. We don't have that luxury in these meetings. We have to have all of this stuff done ahead of time because a lot of it is going to be pre-recorded. We set aside and we set out to say we want to make sure there's as much interaction between you, our supplier partners, and our members. And so Tuesday, we have a couple of short presentations, a couple of hours in the morning where we're going to kind of give you guys an update on what's going on with the group, what's going on. And then that's basically the end of the day, Tuesday. And then presentations are basically done. Brief presentations for you guys Wednesday morning as suppliers. And then the booth show opens at 11 o'clock and it's a booth show the rest of the day. Thursday, it's booth show and face-to-face all day. So very little presentations, but those presentations all have to be done and pre-recorded. And so, this is a little bit different meeting for us. So in addition to that, we've also tried to make it a fun event. We put things in there. We put gamification, a word I'd never heard of until we started this thing. So there's something called the QR Quest, okay? And so we've hidden QR codes throughout the event. Some of you may have a QR code hidden at your booth. So if somebody goes, if you say you have a video at your booth, they may play your video, and at the end of that video, a QR code may pop up, and members and service center customers can scan that QR code, and they're going to earn points. And at the end of the day, they can take those points, and we're going to give them a rewards website where they can go to, and they can actually shop and get prizes for coming to the show and visiting your booths. And we didn't even want to leave you guys out. So suppliers can participate as well. You can scan QR codes as you find them. Maybe you're wandering around the happy hour lounge or the awards hall and you see a QR code. You can scan some QR codes, and we're going to enter you guys into a contest to win some gift cards and different things like that. So that's kind of the QR code. So some people have said, yes, they don't want to use Zoom. People can't use Zoom. That's fine. Zoom is kind of the recommended platform from the third-party company that we use, but that doesn't mean that you can't use Teams. You can use Microsoft Teams. I think I said we've got people that are trying to use Skype. We've got people that are trying to use some sort of a WebEx. As long as it's some sort of a video messaging and or video conferencing and messaging platform, it should work. You just have to be able to provide a link that we can then have our members access to get in touch with you. So the way that works is if you're in your booth or perhaps you're in a one-on-one session, you're meeting with somebody and you could get a message that says someone else is in your waiting room. You're going to see a video on this. We have a video, and we're going to play that video for you next week. We'll probably email it out to you today. But yes, if you're in a chat just like this, there's a screen that'll pop up that'll tell you that someone is in your waiting room. And if I was visiting your booth and all of a sudden you got a pop-up that said Bo Fisher was in your waiting area, you probably would want to say, hey, Robert, thanks for stopping by, but you need to get out of here. I got a customer out there. Or you might want to say, send them a message and say, hey, hold on just 1 second. I'll be with you in a minute. But you have control, again, depending upon the platform that you're using, you have control to allow someone to come in or to type them a message and say, can you come back in 2 or 3 minutes or whatever. And there'll be a video. I don't think I can show you how to do that on this call, but there is a video that we have. I actually finished editing it a couple of hours ago, And we're going to try to email that video out to everybody that'll explain the booth show and everything a little bit more to you. And it'll also play during your supplier session on Wednesday morning before the booth show starts, to kind of give you a feel for how to work the behind the scenes of all that. Okay. So again, depending upon the platform that you're using, there's different ways that you have to set that up. There's in Zoom, for example, there's a box that you check when you're setting up your meeting link to say you want to enable the waiting room. It's not built into the platform. You have to click that and set that up. The Zoom link is hard coded into the site. If you're using Zoom, if you're using whatever you've told us you wanted to use, you've either loaded that into your booth, if it's the one for your booth, or if it's the one for the one-on-one sessions, we have provided that link to the specific members that have a meeting with you and told them what time they need to click on that link to access you. So that's how that piece would work, is that whatever link you placed in your booth, and I'll see if I can go back and show that one more time. If I go here, right? So this box right here, the second one from the bottom, is my hard-coded link for video chat. When they'll click on this screen right here that kind of has the little head with the headset on it, and that would open up, in this particular case, this Zoom link, which would allow a member or someone to chat with the Pronto booth. So yes, that link needs to be put in there. It needs to be hard coded and static so that you can allow the member to access you when they come by and visit your booth. Not every member may talk to you at your booth. Some may come by, check out your video. They may click on a PDF link and they may move on. Some may want to talk to you, and so they'll send that message via that link to try to try to have a video conference with you. I'm trying to read through these questions now. I don't know where I lost David. Oh, I can't. I can't get her unmuted. So there's a question on the one-on-one link. Where do they put the one-on-one link? So you provided us with the one-on-one link, and we have sent that to the members, right? Your one-on-one link is specific for your one-on-one meeting. So it's not posted on the site per se. It's there for the specific members that you have meetings with. It can be the same link throughout the whole thing, right? So you have a one-on-one session. I'm just making this up at 10 o'clock. You have a one-on-one session at 11 o'clock, and you have a one-on-one session at 11:30. You can use the same link. We're going to provide that link to each one of the members that has that meeting with you, and you have to control the timing of that meeting, right? It's no different than good old, everybody remember AWDA? Remember when we used to get together in Las Vegas and wander the halls of the Venetian, right? Well, you've got a set time for that meeting. And so if your meeting is from 10:30 to 10:55, right? It's always in your suite. It's always in that same link. And so a member's going to come and they're going to sit down, they're going to be on that link and they're going to be meeting with you. And then if it starts to run over, no different than when you were in Las Vegas and somebody knocked on your door because they're ready to come in, it's their time for the meeting, you're going to get that ding to say, hey, you got somebody in your waiting room, and you're going to have to wrap those meetings up. Because remember, meetings are scheduled, and so there's a lot of them out there. I don't know the exact number. There's lots of meetings going on. So please, It's going to be virtually impossible to reschedule a meeting, or if you run over 15 or 20 minutes, the next guy may not be able to stay with you that long because he has another meeting he's got to get to as well. So again, one of the things that I encourage everybody to try to do is think about this just like a face-to-face meeting. It's the same sort of principle. Yes, you may have to tell somebody, sorry, I got to run. I got another meeting coming up. It's what you had to do in Las Vegas when somebody was knocking on your door. It's the same principle here. Or if there's, multiple people at your booth, you have to be able to manage that process. And the members are being explained that as well. So don't feel bad about having to say, hey, sorry, I got to run. I got another meeting or whatever. They should understand that, and they should be part of that process. So the one-on-one link is not, it's on the site for the members. The members will come and access it, but you've already provided it. You've got the link. You're the one that should send it to us, and then the members will go to that lobby, if you remember, down at the bottom, and they'll click on the one-on-one session, and it'll be hard coded there for them. They'll have the specific time and the specific link that they need to go to, but it's not something that you have to key into your booth. It's something you provide to us, and then we put it in the one-on-one section only. So once you set up your virtual booth, you can view that booth right away as far as what your booth looks like. So Anne Marie asked a question about, once you set up your booth, will we be able to view the exhibit page? The exhibit page will be available for everyone to view after once we push it live, which will be sometime over the weekend. You can see your booth today. Let me try to do this again. I'm sorry I'm bouncing around, but I'm trying to make sure that I answer these questions as best I can. Okay, so hopefully you're seeing my screen now. And so once I've updated my booth, right, I can click here to I've made the changes and I've updated my booth. And then if I want to go see my booth, I can go down here and view exhibit page, right? You click on profile, you scroll down here. This is where you make changes to your booth through midnight tonight, okay? And then this is where you can view it. And if you click here to view your exhibit, this is going to show you. So here's the Pronto booth, and here's what the Pronto booth looks like. And here's a link to our video chat. Here's some contact us information. Here's information on a sales page. There's a PDF here. There's the website here. There's a video back there. So you can see what your booth looks like at any point in time by clicking on that view exhibit down there. And then you can continue to make changes throughout the day. And then when you log in next week, that's when you'll be able to actually get to the exhibit hall, that's what this would be, right? So here's the exhibit hall, and you'd come down here, and I'm going to pick on Trish since I know she's out there, and she, but if I were to click on this link and go to their booth, we're going to see here's the ASE booth, and there's where they're at. So that's what you'll be able to see. That piece is not officially live today. We've got it live right this second. But basically what you're going to have is it'll be that same view that you get when you can see or view your exhibit space after you made changes. Okay, so I'll have to check. I'm going to have to check on yours, Anne Marie, if you're getting an error. I'll check on that, and I'll get back to you just as soon as we can. Listen, thank you very much. Here's what I'll say, guys. We wanted to do this, and I'm going to tell you, we've never done anything like this before. I can't say thank you enough to Carrie Gulick for all of her work, and certainly, Sue Gottschalk and the Federated team and the Pronto team. They've worked extremely hard to try to put this thing together. It's brand new, okay? I get it. There's going to be glitches in this thing. There's going to be things that we don't understand. I ask you to be patient with us. but our goal here was to try again as best we could to put you in touch with the membership, right? You don't need to see Robert Roos talking to you for 2 or 3 days and telling you stuff. You need to be talking to members. We need to be figuring out how to grow our business together. And we need to, be able to connect with each other as best we can in this strange world that we're living in today. And so that's why we put together this format with this company. We're excited about it. We think it's going to be, we think it's going to be a good, interesting, new way of doing these meetings. And we're hopeful that it'll be very, very successful for everybody. We appreciate your patience. I know there's a lot of stuff we didn't understand. I mean, we're still kind of feeling our way through some of this stuff. But that's what we're trying to do. Yes, Bill Collins, that's just the background behind me. I did not paint my office wall with the meeting logo. So I can have someone, Tom, you're asking about Teams and a one-on-one meeting. I'll have to have someone reach out to you and we can talk through that. I don't have the team. I can't show Teams while I'm on the Zoom thing to show you how that'll work. We can have someone, reach out to you and let you know how that works in that meeting. If like I said, I think Microsoft Teams and Zoom appear to far and away be the two most popular platforms that people are using. And so we have some information on those that we can get out to you guys. And I know Carrie had sent something out yesterday. She pulled up some articles to show people how to handle some meetings and things like that. We'll get that out to anybody that needs it as well. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I don't really see any additional questions coming. If anybody has anything, you should be able to either quickly send it through or unmute yourself and ask it if you want to do it that way. Otherwise, anybody else have anything to say? Larry Pavey, I see you're out there. Do you want to address the audience?
I think you did a great job in clarifying it, and as you said, it's going to be an interesting ride for all of us. But we appreciate everybody's patience. So thanks so much.
Yeah, over 920 people are registered right now. So there was a question. Yeah, so there's a video. We created a video. There's a video for you as a supplier. There's a video for members. We're going to do a session like this for our members on Monday to kind of explain it to them. I wasn't joking when I told you I was editing that video at about 5:45 this morning with our team from AVI, who powers the Group Training Academy. I can't thank them enough for all of their help as well. They've been phenomenal. But you should receive an email today with a link to a video, again, that kind of walk you through the process of the booth show, okay? Not so much the technical aspect of how to set your booth up, right? We're going to assume that that's going to be done today. Certainly, if anybody has any issues or any problems, reach out to us so we can try to help you. I encourage you to reach out to the tech support team at DCPV. I know sometimes they've been a little slow to get back, but quite honestly, they've had so many people coming at them and so many things that we weren't really expecting. And so that they've done a really nice job of trying to help put this thing together. But yeah, reach out to somebody if you have technical questions today. And then you should get a video which will kind of walk you through the booth process, the hours of the show, how it works. It'll show you a little bit about, if you're using Zoom, here's how somebody will be in your meeting room or waiting room. It'll be over here on the corner or whatever. So hopefully that'll help a little bit. We put it together a week or so ago, and we didn't have all the technical stuff in there, but we did have kind of the flow of the meeting and how that would work. So I don't see anything else coming through. I will, at this point in time, say thank you to everybody. Again, I know it's been a challenge, but we're excited about it and looking forward to a great meeting. If you have any questions or need anything, please reach out to us here at Pronto or Federated, and we will try to get you taken care of. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. See you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Good job, Robert. See y'all later.
Thanks, Ron.
Hey, that was good, Robert.
Nice work, guys. Have a great morning.
Hey, David, it's Cal. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so technically you are the host for this meeting since it was under your account now that Robert left. So if you can, if you hover over the bottom right side of your screen, you can end the meeting for everybody.
Okay, but the question I've got, and yeah, it moved over to that because we had a little bit of noise coming from two people, but I guess I should pause recording before I do that.
No, I will have I'll get you the video file.
Or stop recording, I mean.
You can press stop recording if you'd like, but it's not really necessary.
You want to stop cloud recording? Sure.